Hey guys, this is Vonell from Millennial Comics, creator of the comic book series Delta Dogs, and today I wanted to do a comic book review of a book that most people haven't heard of. This one right here, Farmhand, #1. And of course, this book actually came out a little bit of a long time ago, a couple of years. This was written and drawn by Rob Guillory. Hopefully I pronounced his name right. Forgive me if I didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna explain a little bit of why I know a lot of people haven't heard of this, but let's go ahead and dive into it with the comic book review. Alright, so from the very beginning of Farmhand, like in the first 2 or 3 pages, this captivates the reader with just some art where I don't want to spoil too much, but it's an amazing start when it comes to this particular book. It already does with many comic books, or most comic books in manga does in the first 1 to 2 books of their series. This one does it in the first few pages, which is amazing. Farmhand basically captivates the reader with a compelling mystery surrounding the protagonist's father, and the protagonist's name is Zeke. But again, at this point I'm already locked in. I already care about the main protagonist, and I also care about the main protagonist's father and the mysteries that's behind whatever we just seen in the first few pages, which is crazy. Now, in the first few pages kind of shows us that it's like a dream, but us, the reader, and what the writer was going for, we already know that it's not a haunting dream, but it's actually a haunting scar of the protagonist, if that makes sense. So one thing I do want to disclose is that Farmhand is a crazy concept. You know how you grow your apples, or you grow different cabbages and stuff like that? Well, in this particular series, this farmer, which is the protagonist's father, he's actually growing limbs, like eyeballs, hands, fingers, like your foot, a heart, a liver. He's growing these things out the ground, off of trees. It's insane. So the concept within that, and he's basically providing a service to the world, which again, it is crazy. Like, how do you even do that? So that's when you're kind of you're locked in into exactly how this man is actually producing these goods. So now that I got that out of the way, okay, let's go ahead and continue with the review. So one standout aspect of this series is how it handles exposition. Often comics struggle with delivering necessary background information, but Farmhand nails it. The creator finds the right balance. So what did I mean by this? Well, everything I had basically said about what Farmhand was is explained in this double page spread, which is very, very dope and creative of how he basically explains what exactly the facility is. It's something that doesn't feel misplaced outside of what's going on in the pages. It's not overly lengthy, and it provides essential context for readers to understand the story's foundations. What's even better is that it's presented as a well-crafted double page spread, and it doesn't forget to infuse a bit of humor that lands perfectly. I'm actually over here laughing out loud, which I do not do often. So we get back-to-back double page spreads in this book. And the thing about this is that I don't mind it at all. It was it's amazing. Like, they did, again, back-to-back double page spreads, and they did it perfectly. And it shows again exactly what this series, how far this series will go, how dark it can be. Now, there's a bit of a time skip of where the book was at. So as kids, it was Zeke and his sister. And then of course they found out this mysterious thing about their father. And then now the time skip happens, and now he's an adult. He has a wife and kids, and now he's revisiting his father. Now the reunion between the father and his son is where the storytelling truly shines. Now, there's no need for excessive dialogue to convey how long they've been apart. We feel it through the emotional connections, which I'll show you right here. So again, building up to this particular panel, it hits. Like, we feel it through the emotional connection. While the comic eventually tells us how long it's been between them, it's already established of how we understand and empathize with their situation, of how the father made his mistakes and how the son and the daughter kind of separate themselves from the business. Now, unlike many mysteries and comics where readers are left feeling confused, Farmhand draws us in with genuine interest. It presents questions we are eager to have answered. All right, so let me tell you, the character of the grandfather is brilliantly portrayed. He comes across as both a caring father that regrets the past with his kids, where he feels like that he's grown from his mistakes and now he's trying to move forward. And the son is like, okay, I'm all for it. So now the main protagonist is locked into this hold of different mysteries of what happened during those years and what else has the grandfather kept from them. But the grandfather is also a mysterious business owner willing to go to extreme lengths to protect his agriculture secrets. The tension and depth and this character add a layer of complexity to the story. So not only are we as the readers trying to figure out what is in this mystery, but also you have these other different characters like this ninja slash secret agent slash kid slash cyborg type dude that's trying to like sneak in there and figure out the secret formula of like not Pepsi, but again how he's creating limbs from plants. So it's like us the readers like, okay, I hope he kind of figures it out. I don't want him to ruin the business because we love the granddad and his family dynamic, but we do want to figure out what is behind these secret doors. So of course this kid actually ends up getting caught by the father, and so we see the mysteries that other people of the world doesn't know his secret. The grandfather fully established that he is trying to help the world, but he has to do some dark things just so he can uphold what he has. So he does this thing to the kid and sends him off on his way. Us, the reader, we're completely shocked of what the different personalities of how far this grandfather was willing to go to protect his crops. But I won't spoil the ending, but I can confidently say that Farmhand is a series that would translate beautifully into a TV television show. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to showcase this book right here that I know most people haven't even heard about. Farmhand gets a 9 out of 10 easily from me. I don't hand out high ratings often at all. So when I do, you know it's something special. In fact, I even consider it being an actual 10. And again, this comic book is just a gem that's just covered in the shadow of other hyped up books that's going, getting crazy amount of sales, which is, it's fine, but everybody's talking about those books and not talking about books like this. And of course, this book has over about, I think it's like 17 books or so, and man, the story gets more and more crazy as it goes. That's something else that I want to make sure that we change in the comic book community. Quality over hype. We have to start paying more attention to what deserves the hype, what deserves the high praise and the recognition. We have to spotlight these type of books so we can get more of these type of books and less of the books that's just there to display nice images, or even less than that. Even when it comes to the art style. I mean, like I said, the art style is different. The art style is creative. It's not like it's looking like the best Iron Man page or any of that. It has a particular art style that just works. I even grade the art style like a 9 out of 10 because again, it's his style. It's not like it's bad imagery because it's different. What he did was in this book, I feel like it just matches exactly what that book is actually like, the feel, the soul of the book. So, I mean, and he's putting so many different details and imagery inside his book that, I mean, you can't just help but praise that book. I'm telling you guys, you gotta go check it out. I'm not sure how you guys will be able to find it since it's such an old book, but do what you can, read the story. Again, support books like this. Actually, but that's all I'm gonna say. Again, 9 out of 10. If you say 10, I'm not arguing at all. I feel like it maybe even deserves a 10. I'll just leave it at that. But this is Von M from Millennial Comics. You guys, again, keep digging for those gems and y'all take it easy. Peace.